Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Rest every day's video, the beer's courtesy of Woodland. Thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate it. And it sounds like another one from them that sounds tailor-made for me. So they're calling it Running on Emptiness, and it's a barrel-aged strong ale. I kind of smeared that. Barrel-aged strong ale. 12% ABV, and it's 2021 batch. It's currently 2022. But here's what the beer is. It's a little bit more complicated than just a strong ale. So this experimental blend has been 2 years in the making. It started with a portion of our anniversary Wee Heavy aged in rye whiskey barrels for a year. These barrels were then blended with our LB Lives barley wine and then aged in cherry brandy barrels for over a year. Wow. So I have, after this one, I have, it should be tomorrow if I'm doing this right. I reviewed it out of order. Another brandy barrel beer from North Coast. And then I have, it's in my beer fridge. Another one from them, also aged, but that one specifically in apple brandy barrels. This one's cherry brandy. So I have some brandy barrel aged beer. I think I put too many barrels in there. Anyway, in the horizon. All right, so a lot of brown with a good amount of red in there. It's like I can see through. Actually, no, I can't. So yeah, it's definitely a little fuller, a little thicker. In terms of clarity, be able to see through it, but it definitely looks like it is somewhere in that like barley wine, strong ale, family. The head, not a ton of it, obviously, based on what it looks like. There's some, I would say light khaki is probably the best term for what is there. Lacing does not stick around. Some legs do. This said 12%, right? Yeah, so definitely seems like double digit based on the legs there. Anyway, let's get to the aroma. I like that. So you get the caramel, the burnt sugar notes. There's a little bit of a cherry thing, and I don't think it's just the cherry brandy. I don't know why I'm sitting like this. I think the base beers could kick out some of that cherry too. There's some, in a very good way, there's some nice alcohol note, like the liquor, the spirit notes. I'm getting very big vanillin on it. It's pretty cool. It's a really good expression because it does not smell like straight vanilla beans, but it is definitely that oak can kick out that vanilla thing. It's very much that. I'm getting more and more of the cherry note. Very slightly, the cherry kind of goes into a berry territory also, but that is very slight. Besides the caramel, it's another kind of it's a sugary note. It's not, I don't want to say brown sugar. But yeah, it's like cherry cordials, a cherry liqueur. But yeah, there's this other, some kind of sugar, and I'm not quite pulling it. Yeah, maybe in the taste. Well, let's find out about that taste. Cheers. Thanks again, Woodland. I'm glad I spent all that time on the cherry and the aroma. A lot of cherry in the taste. There's a little of the vanillin, but not as much as I thought, maybe based on the aroma, but there's some there. And then also, did not get oak specifically in the aroma, definitely get it in the taste, but it's after all the sweetness, all the cherry juice notes, all that kind of stuff. It's kind of interesting, not that cherry pits are wood, but you kind of get that note where you're like, eating a cherry and you're kind of like getting ready to spit out the pit. Like you kind of get that sensation in beer form, which is cool. I didn't really get it in the aroma. There's also kind of mixing with the non-sweet elements about halfway through when some of the other stuff kicks in. You do get really low, but still there, like that brown bread thing, which, because it is up front with the cherry, I would say maybe even blueberry specific, maybe even a little bit of raspberry. So like I was saying about the aroma, like the cherry kind of like gives way to some berry notes. I do get that in the taste as well. So like after all that stuff, then there's, and some of that stuff lingers, like that cherry lingers. You get, like I say this in some other reviews, I gotta find a better word, like not savory, like there's no like umami soy sauce, I don't mean like that, but like the non-sweet stuff, not like drying, not like a dry, I don't know, like, I need a better word, but like almost like the opposite of the sweet stuff, I guess, is the best way I can think of it right now. Dried strawberries. So yeah, more and more berry, really interesting. But I think the cherry's doing the heavy lifting on making me think some of these other fruit notes. There's a little, I think it's like a little acidic. I'm giving a lot of credit to the cherry in this. Like, it's definitely the star, like it's definitely the most prominent thing. Then there's all these like other elements. I'm finally getting a little bit of that rye note that I was not getting before, but now that my palate's kind of used to that, like what this beer's kicking out, because there's a lot, this is one of those beers, like you could do like a live stream, interacting with people, come back to it, sip it again, as your palate's picking up more things, getting used to it as it's opening up and expressing more, maybe, like as it opens and warms and all that, it can express more. And you could just kind of keep picking out more and more things. It's definitely that kind of a beer, which makes sense with everything that went into making this beer, that it would have so many different layers and notes. What is this other thing? There's like okay, so it's somewhere in the leather smoke peatiness, like it's somewhere in that, if you had all the flavors were like stars in the sky, this is gonna sound so poetic, there's this flavor in the constellation that includes the like peat, leather, slight smoke, constellation. Like there's this flavor that's reminiscent of those three, but not one of those specifically, but in that sphere. Again, like this is one of those beers to just keep sipping on, and like really trying to like draw out the experience. I'm not going to make this a 45-minute video, but like really trying to like draw out the flavors over an amount of time, because I think this is one of those beers that's going to reward you for not drinking it too quickly. Like it's just going to keep showing you, the same things evolving, new things, prior things going away as the new things emerge. I think it's that kind of beer, because I'm already experiencing it. Like that strawberry note, I didn't get strawberry specifically, then to get dried strawberry very specifically. And like here's how specific I can be. It reminds me of bulk section Wegmans strawberries that are dried with some sugar, that are still like a little gummy, not like those, almost like freeze dried, no, almost like as you bite into them, there's no strawberry, like Special K or something, how you can get like the strawberries in cereal like that. It's not that kind of dried strawberry. It's very much what like I used to get at Wegmans, that their dried strawberries are still like almost like a little gummy. Not gummies, but anyway, if you don't know what I'm talking about. If you're like, what's Wegmans? It's a magical store that doesn't exist where I live because Price Chopper has a stranglehold of this area. But anyway, this is not a review of grocery stores, but this is a review of this delicious, dare I say, complex, and I hope I'm allowed to use that word because I think I've described the complexity of this beer. So I think it's okay to say complex beer review. Anyway, delicious. Thanks again, Woodland. I really appreciate it. I'm really enjoying these different barrel-aged styles, and continue to do so. And I'm excited to try that last one, which is the apple brandy one, in the near future. Have you had this beer before? Have you had a beer that sounded anything like this? And I know this is a pretty unique beer with the different blends and the different barrel aging, but have you had a beer like that, or just something blended, or anything you want to tell me about, talk to me about, comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. There's no hype beer reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.